What if I told you that Sasuke was not only right to hate the Hidden Leaf Village, but that he might have been the only character who truly saw the system for what it really was? Was the village that symbolizes peace actually fair, or did it always survive by sacrificing its own people in silence? From the very beginning of Naruto, the Hidden Leaf Village is presented as an almost perfect ideal, a place where ninjas fight to protect others, where sacrifice is seen as something noble, but as the story goes on, it becomes increasingly clear that this image is carefully constructed, and that behind it there is an extremely dirty political structure. The Uchiha clan was not just any clan. They were there since the foundation of the village. They fought alongside Hashirama and Madara. They helped build every stone of that place, and even so they were treated as a constant threat, always watched, always distrusted, always pushed aside, as if they were a danger about to explode. The village created the problem and then acted surprised when the problem began to react, because by isolating the Uchiha, by preventing them from participating in real decisions, by pushing them to the margins of society, the leadership basically planted the seed of rebellion, and even then decided to solve everything in the worst possible way. When the possibility of a coup appeared, the village had several options: dialogue, transparency, internal reforms, but chose the most cowardly path, eliminating an entire clan in secret, not to protect the people, but to protect its own political image and maintain a false sense of stability. And the cruelest part of all is that this decision was not made by declared villains. It was made by the very leaders of the village, people who were seen as wise, as protectors, as examples, and who did not have the courage to publicly take responsibility, choosing instead to place all the blame on a single person. Itachi Uchiha was turned into a weapon. A boy forced to choose between his family and his village, placed in an impossible situation where any choice would lead to tragedy, and even so the village thought it was acceptable for him to carry that burden alone, living as a criminal so the system could remain intact. Now try to put yourself in Sasuke's place. A child who comes home and finds his parents dead, his relatives murdered, his entire clan exterminated, with no explanation, no psychological support, no real care, growing up surrounded by lies while those truly responsible continued to be praised. Sasuke was shaped by pain from an early age, not because he wanted to be, but because he was emotionally abandoned by a village that preferred to use him as a symbol of overcoming rather than face the truth, and that alone is already an absurd form of violence. When he finally discovers the truth about the massacre, it is not just a shocking revelation, it is the complete destruction of everything he believed in, because suddenly the brother he swore to kill was actually a victim, and the village he was supposed to protect was the true culprit behind his tragedy. At that moment, hating the Hidden Leaf Village is not an exaggeration, it is coherence. It is the natural reaction of someone who realizes that their entire life was built on a lie carefully maintained for political convenience. Naruto's speech about breaking the cycle of hatred is beautiful and emotionally powerful, but it completely fails when we analyze the village's actions, because this cycle only exists because the leadership always chose the most violent shortcut whenever it was convenient. The village never hesitated to sacrifice the Uchiha clan, never worried about the psychological consequences, never considered the long-term impact, because as long as the apparent peace was maintained, the human cost simply did not matter. Sasuke did not want to destroy the world. He wanted to destroy that system. He wanted to end the structure that allowed a genocide to be treated as a state secret, and in that sense he is far more rational than a village that never took responsibility for its own crimes. Even after the war, the Hidden Leaf Village never publicly acknowledged the massacre, never officially apologized, never honestly rewrote its history, choosing instead to move forward as if nothing had happened, proving that it learned very little from its own past. Sasuke's hatred is not childish. It is not teenage rebellion. It is the scream of someone who saw the rot of the system from the inside. Someone who understood that this peace only existed because someone was always being sacrificed behind the scenes. And the most ironic part is that the village only begins to change after everything collapses, after the war happens, after the system fails in an undeniable way, proving that Sasuke was right to question everything long before. In the end, Sasuke Uchiha is not a tragic villain who lost himself to hatred. He is the mirror of a village built on wrong decisions, lies and cowardice. And maybe the real question is not whether he was wrong, but how many tragedies could have been avoided if the Hidden Leaf Village had had the courage to face the truth from the very beginning. And if you enjoy learning these hidden stories from the world of anime, make sure to follow the Shonen channel for more videos like this. Here, we explore the hidden side of the anime that shaped generations.